But also you need to find time for this.
Okay, yes, because that would be more than probably 2 days.
Yeah, but it's great that like trying finding a time is the most complicated part.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, around work schedules and whatnot.
Yeah, I remember that you have been in Spain before.
Yes, I have. I just got back from a trip to Spain. It was great.
Do you want to visit the next country in Europe?
Mm. Greece is a place that I has had kind of been on my list of places to visit. So when you drive to Greece, just tell me first, and I'll fly to
Yeah.
Poland, and then I'll join you in the car ride to Greece.
Cool.
Yeah, the I think just from seeing like pictures of Greece with the white and the blue and like on the mountainside and like with the water, just there's a lot of really pretty like sceneries there. Good for painting inspiration. So it seems like something I would enjoy seeing live.
Yeah, also in Greece they have a lot of different islands, so also you can go
Mm,
to the islands. And also all the people that I met from Greece, they're very, very nice and
mm,
very friendly.
nice.
Food is very great.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, we'll
So you
plan.
must came.
Yes. Okay, let's do some corrections from the first half of the conversation. So, you said I was at gallery with my friends. And so gallery, since it's just one noun, we need an, do you remember?
In gallery?
Well, I was at, and then we need an article.
A gallery.
Yes, I was at a gallery. So, because it's just a general. If you had told me about this gallery before and then I knew about it, then you would use the other article.
The gallery.
Yes, I was at the gallery with my friends. Remember that gallery I told you about? Yes. So this one, I was at a gallery, and then you said it was exhibition. That also is just a noun that needs an article.
It was an exhibition.
An exhibition, and then so you were saying about how the exhibitions were, or like each what the art was about what they're inspired by. These words were missing. So the word about, so you have to say it was about what they are or were inspired by. That word by has to be at the end there. So you can say the exhibition was about what they were inspired by.
Mhm. So if I'm using about, I need to use also by in the end.
Correct. Yes. Yes. So say that sentence. The exhibition was about what they were inspired by.
The exhibition was about what I was inspired by.
Yes, except the was needs to be were.
Were
Yeah. So try that line again.
um, the exhibition were about sorry, I'm lost.
It's a lot of things. I need to put it in the chat. The
Can you
exhibition.
repeat?
Yes, the exhibition was because that exhibition goes with was because it's just one thing. The exhibition was about what, and then the they, because let's just say the artist, because that's what it's representing, and then it may be easier to remember the were. The exhibition was about what the artists were inspired by.
The exhibition was about what the artists were inspired by.
Perfect. That's
Yay!
good. Inspired by. I'm just typing all these sentences. Okay. And then it was a total black room, your favorite room there. It was a total black room without the light. So you said the light, but see, that's too specific. It's like a light that, oh, a light you told me about before, but you just mean light in general. It was just a total black room without light. So no the,
How we can fix it?
just by not saying the. It's just saying it was a total or totally, a it was, yeah, totally sounds better. It was a totally or completely, see, a totally black room without light or without any light. Helps to emphasize how black it was that there was not even one speck of light anywhere. So the best thing would probably be it was a totally black room without any light.
It was totally black room without any light.
Yes, and just remember the article because we still need article because we're just this one black room. So it was a totally black room without any light.
Okay.
Go.
It was a totally black room without any light.
Yes, and you have to do the actions too, or else I can't hear you. I'm just kidding. It was a totally black room without any light.
Oh, that's how English is working?
Yes, in my English, that's how I'm teaching you. You have to act out everything. Puppies in the mountain, cupcakes and unicorns.
Well, it's totally different course of English.
Yes, English 2.0
Yes.
or English Prea point 0. Yeah, the Prea version. Okay, and then you said about the videos. So you said there were small videos. When you say the word small, it sounds like actual size, like the video was small.
Oh,
But
short.
exactly, yes, short length of time. Good. The types of things that the listener will understand what you mean. We understand you mean, in case you probably mean short because it can't be small. But in the case where perhaps the noun could be actually small as opposed to short, if in whatever example that could be, then it really matters if we what word we use, small or short. Yes. How they came through. You said the videos were about like how they or their challenges, how they came through pandemic. My note indicates that a the was missing. So how they came through the pandemic needs an article there. So just say that one challenge was showing how they came through the pandemic.
Can you say a pandemic?
If you say a pandemic, what would it mean, really?
Yeah, that is better.
Compared to the, what would be the difference in meaning?
If I mentioned before pandemic, we will use a. If I haven't mentioned, we use a.
Well, in this case, because a pandemic just happened in our world, the pandemic, everyone knows at this time that we're talking about COVID. So it's not so much in this case a matter of if you've mentioned it before or not. It's the pandemic that we're just getting out of or are in or something right now. If you said a pandemic, it could mean any pandemic that ever happened in the history of time ever, which is not true. It's this pandemic that we just went through. So it's a matter of knowing. The pandemic would be that we know that it is the pandemic that we just went through. It's close to our time. If you wanted to talk about a different pandemic, if you're telling us some story from history, like there was a pandemic before, and then you want to tell us about like there's one in Spain and all these other ones, then you would say you would be referring to that pandemic and give the specifics about it. Um, like the pandemic that happened 100 years ago. Okay, the pandemic a pandemic happened in this year. You could say a pandemic because in this day and age, like we wouldn't know about it if it was thousands of years ago. So if you're trying to tell us this wasn't the first pandemic, there was a pandemic 1,000 years ago and they survived. Yeah, a pandemic because we don't know about it. It's just okay. Maybe you will tell us about it. But in this case, because we just went through COVID, it's called the pandemic.
Okay, clear.
Yes. Okay. And then you had said, I said something, and you said, I guess no. Fixed that one before. Do you remember? I guess no is I guess.
Not.
Yes, not good. Okay. And then you said, I like exhibition with some topics. Well, You don't like exhibitions about war. Um, let's say the sentence was, I like exhibition with some topic, with similar topics not about war. Do you remember when you were saying this? You were
Yeah.
saying, yeah, can you tell me like maybe what you were saying again? Because
Uh, that I don't have nothing against the exhibition about war,
mm-hmm.
but I don't like exhibition about some, I don't know, tanks or airplanes.
Right. And so right there you said I don't like exhibition about. So again, it's one noun, the exhibition word. So I don't like, remember, if you're saying a general statement, a general fact about yourself, then it's
I don't like the exhibition.
well, just to keep it general. Remember when things are general, a general fact, it has to be plural first. So I don't like, remember the cruises? We're talking about, I don't like, I really like cruises. Because you like cruises.
I don't like the exhibitions.
Um, yes, but you don't need the in this case.
I don't
Uh,
like exhibitions.
right, right. So I don't like exhibitions about war with tanks or whatever you want to say after that. That's keeping it very general. When you're keeping it general, just stating a general fact that is not any, it's just a general fact. I like dogs, I like cats. I don't like exhibitions about war. Just like that. If you're going to put then it's a specific exhibition that you went to that you told me about before and it happened to have tanks in it. And then you're saying, oh yeah, I went away on the weekend. I went to so many galleries. Oh, there were so many different themes. I don't, well, you'd say I didn't in this case because it's an actual story in the past. I didn't like the exhibitions. Okay, the specific ones that you went to, exhibitions plural if it was, or the exhibition if it was singular. Mm-hmm. Like there's, you need a PhD almost to know when to use the and ah and not, and they could talk for like a year about this. Welcome to English, I guess. And then this one. Okay, so you had said we was in camp with my friends for 2 days. Can you hear the corrections there?
Yeah, we were in camp.
Mm-hmm. Where is the first one? But camp is just one singular noun, so it always needs a
Camps?
no, not to make it general.
Okay, we were in a camp.
Yes, we were in a camp with my friends for 2 days. Um, or the, if it makes sense, like if you had, or the camp that we set up, or the camp that we rented, or, but still, camp is just, it's just a word that means uh, some ground that we camped at. Um, we were in a camp with my friend because in your story you're saying that you were just on the beach. Um, if you're saying that you're in a camp, to me it sounds like it's an actual kind of registered campground that you rented spot, like you paid and like went in and you're at the camp. But your story sounds like it's just you took some tents onto the beach and like it's just free for all type of thing. So it's not a registered campground, right? It's just a
Yes,
beach over.
it is not registered.
Okay, so because it wasn't a registered campground, the better thing to say would be we set up camp. That's very casual. You just say we went to the beach and we set up camp. Okay,
All right.
so just say that we set up camp.
Uh, we went to the beach and we set up camp.
Good. Okay, and you had said we was taking walks.
We was taking a walk.
Listen carefully. We was taking walks.
We was taking walks.
The we was, is that right?
No, we were taking walks.
Yes, you know the answer. Yes, were for plural. We were, I was, we were. So we were taking walks, and you had said it wasn't so much scary. In this case, you don't say so much. scary. You just say, it wasn't so scary.
It wasn't so scary.
If we want to emphasize what the much is telling us, like it's very scary, then maybe you can do it wasn't too scary, or we weren't very much. Yeah, I might have taken.
Wasn't really scary.
Yeah, it wasn't really scary. There's I always like to find how to fit in the word much in the proper way, but sometimes it takes some thinking. But yeah, it wasn't so scary. It wasn't really scary. Yeah, so just no much if we're having the so there. It wasn't so scary. Said, I want to go to mountains with friends. You hear what's missing? I want to go to mountains with friends.
I want to go to the mountains.
Exactly, yes. I want to go to the mountains. And then you had said, it depends week from the week. This one, you just say, it depends week to week, is how you say it. It's much more simple. So
Okay.
it depends week to week. So I think you were talking about your weekends, and or how each weekend or each week is different. So right, I think it depends week to week.
It depends week to week.
And then when you were inviting me on your mountain camping trip, you said you must came. Came is past, right?
Yeah, you must come.
Yes. Must come.
You must come.